thought I'd get used to this at some point, but no. The morning sunrise, hearing the birds chirping, sitting out here with my coffee. It is honestly a magical moment every single day, and I'm just super grateful. It's literally like a dream. It's unreal. But it's not all like a dream, all right? Because we've had some issues settling in here, such as, you know, food shopping, such as rats, all kinds of things. So I'll get into that today. The sun really helps to like feel good in the morning, to wake up. But there are still days I don't feel like going to the gym. And today's one of them, man. I've been dreading it. Hola. I've just been kind of postponing it, telling myself maybe I'll go, you know, just later today, coming up with excuses. So I decided to put on a new cap, put on some new clothes, fresh outfit, go to the gym. And sometimes it just really helps to get in the zone. And for now, this is my go-to gym. So when I arrived there in Marbella, first I went to different gyms, had multiple memberships. But I realized, especially now since I'm training for the High Rocks with like a purpose, having workouts in like different gyms is very difficult, you know, because they all have different machines. Even though the weights say the same, it always feels different. So every workout I do nowadays, I start with a warm-up of 500-meter row. And honestly, this is one that I really underestimated in all of my years of training. 50 years of like lifting weights. I never did this row. Man, it's so much like traps. I actually had muscle pain like a lot first time I did this. The workout done, so that was strength. Now we're moving on to conditioning because we got to get ready for the High Rocks. So what I'm doing today is ski erg first, 500 meters, then 60 seconds rest, row 500 meters, and then repeat that 6 times. So I got to do 12 freaking rounds of intensity. It's gonna be tough. All right, that was 1 minute 40 seconds. Those legs are burning hard today. After the strength session, shit, this is only set number 1. Only a little bit of rest and we gotta go again. This is what it's all about. Training while you're fatigued. And that's something I'm not used to with regular training, so I gotta do it for this High Rocks, man. Otherwise, I don't think we're gonna last. 155. Oh man, I'm dead. Just 5 more rounds. Easy work. So workout's going great, even though I really didn't feel like it this morning. And that shows what the mindset can do, but also what an outfit can do. All right, so these are Elite Swift shorts from Alpha Elite, my favorite ones. I've never worn it in this red color before, together with the core tee. There's gonna be a birthday sale, and those are gonna be the biggest discounts of the year, even bigger than Black Friday. With code Meringue, their stuff is gonna sell out, guaranteed, so you wanna be there first. Now that was a great workout. Honestly, I'm still catching my breath right now. And so I was driving home, and then all of a sudden I realized, I forgot something, and if I forget this, my girlfriend is going to be disappointed. Well, I don't know if she's going to be disappointed, but at least she's going to be really happy if I do decide to go here. I've never been to this store before, and honestly, it's faster to walk there right now. That's why I got out of the car than it is to drive there, and that's really cool about Spain. If you compare it to America, for example, it's literally the opposite. You know, you're always better off taking a car, because walking somewhere will take much longer time. So here we have this like pedestrian bridge right there. So we can cross, so I can just walk, enjoy the sun, also like stretch the legs after this workout, man. It's tough. But yeah, that's one thing I really love. Not just about Spain, but like Europe in general. It's just amazing that you can walk everywhere. But then in a country like the Netherlands where it's cold, you don't want to walk anywhere. So I always take my car, so yeah, it's great. I also got to get another bicycle for sure. That was actually not a bicycle, that was one of those, how do you even call it? Step thingies, but yeah, cycling here. It's not as good as in the Netherlands, I'm not gonna lie, okay? The Netherlands is better built for that stuff, but I guess we'll be fine. We have 1 bicycle, so we need 1 more. And the city is just really easy to navigate because there's basically just 1 big highway, and then everything is, you know, just either on that side or on that side. I don't even need navigation to get to a lot of places. The only thing is that it's already pretty crowded right now. I think in summer it's gonna be hella crowded driving here, so we'll see. They've got a CrossFit gym here as well, so that's worth checking out perhaps one day. Who would have thought years ago that I would ever go to a CrossFit gym? So you can already guess it, it is Valentine's Day today. I'm actually the type of guy, I don't really like all those like special days and holidays. Maybe because I'm an entrepreneur, and when you're an entrepreneur, you always just think in terms of marketing. You know, like people just trying to sell you stuff. Like normally you wouldn't buy flowers, and now you do. But still, I kind of like the idea. Flowers is one of the things makes her the happiest. Actually, every woman. Like, I've done this many times, right? The flowers, and it even works better than all kinds of presents, man. Now, as far as the house, we're definitely making progress, you know, when it comes to unboxing and designing the place. And, you know, for example, we got this painting here right now, which is pretty cool. We got this from a subscriber one day. I think it was in London. And my girlfriend's room is also looking pretty solid.
Hello, welcome.
At least from this angle, definitely. We got some boxes in the back.
Ignore the other part. But this part is all done. We just set this whole setup together. It was really, really easy. This chair is my favorite chair because I don't think I've ever seen a desk chair that's not black, and this one is perfectly matched.
And honestly, I'm pretty jealous of this setup, and especially of what's down here. Because this is an electronic desk which you can use for standing as well. And normally you would have all these cables in the middle, right? Which doesn't look nice. But here they've designed this magnetic cable holder, which is so clean. Closes up just easily like that. And then there's also more cable holders here in the back. And I gotta say, I really love this chair with the lower back support. It is super comfortable, so perfect for working long days. The second office is also getting more complete. Now, we work at home a lot, guys, and I've been thinking about like, how am I gonna design this room? I love reading. I was like, am I gonna put a couch here? And I was like, a recliner chair would be pretty cool, but at the same time, it'll just look like for old people. But then I found this one, and it's actually a really clean design, which is almost unheard of when it comes to like recliner chairs. Check this out, you can literally lie here. And so yeah, in between work, I can just chill here. And then in the morning, I like to have my coffee, you know, put it there, read a book, get this cool side thing. This is honestly the best recliner chair I have ever seen. And all the items I showed you today are from FlexiSpot, and as you guys can tell, we absolutely love them. So I'll put it in the first link in the description box. Now this is what we call proper product placement, but this is actually the reality that we live in. So it's kind of like half of our house is decorated, half of the stuff we still have to get, and we're not rushing the process. In the beginning I was really like, you know, yeah, we need to buy all this stuff, we need to, you know, and then my girlfriend's more like, let's take it easy, let's buy one thing, see how it fits in a room, and then go from there. And otherwise, you end up with kind of like the same house, the same, you know, Pinterest board that everybody else has, and like, is that really nice? So I feel like this is going to be more personal, and we just take our time with all the stuff. Things also just go a bit slower here, and there are some things that we're waiting for that are kind of like stressing us out right now. For example, here, like, you know, there was sort of like a water leakage, you know, with the previous owner, and we put that in our contract because it was already seen during the inspection, and then he was supposed to send someone over as soon as we entered the house. And so on day one we looked up and we're like, oh my god, what's happening? You know, it's just coming down, but it's just not properly painted. But no one still has arrived, and it's just like literally been honestly months right now. So you get this insurance and all this stuff. It's just so much waiting. And I don't know if it's like normal here in Spain or have to take action, etc. And then this week, something crazy happened. So here next to our kitchen, we have a storage room. And this room, as you can see, is just kind of like empty. We got the bicycle there, but there is no roof here. Okay, so we're probably just gonna close this up. But so this part is kind of like, what do you do with this space? So at some point, we're probably just gonna close this up and then take that wall out so we can build a bigger kitchen. But anyways, here a few days ago, we were in the kitchen looking outside, and then we saw something running here. A rat, a big rat, the biggest rat I have seen in my life. And you may be like, no, right, like you're over exaggerating or just be scared. I feel scared like walking here right now because I feel like he may still be here. But yeah, he was actually gone a couple hours later because we did a call, you know, pest control and everything. That may also be normal when you buy a new house, and definitely in Spain. And we saw him crawling from side to side for about 3 hours, you know, then pest control came and he was just gone. It's almost crazy, but like, we feel like he climbed over this thing, you know? No joke. Because we also saw him like running on the wall. It's the biggest rat I've ever seen. I'm still scared walking here. I'm gonna leave. And one thing I've been kind of struggling with here is food. Because, you know, in the Netherlands, I would have this routine, you know, you live somewhere, you know all the grocery stores, you know exactly what to get, the recipes to make, the sauces that you like, and then you go to a different country and those things are all different. You know, obviously the basics are the same, but for certain recipes, it's really important to have those specific ingredients, right? So kind of like need to learn that again. And I am not the type of guy, I don't love cooking. My girlfriend doesn't love it either. So I think it helps if you do. And so it's kind of like more difficult. So what I'm gonna try to do is stick to some regular meals again that I used to have in the Netherlands, and today I'm gonna make the oldest recipe in my recipe book, and this is one of those meals that just cannot go wrong. It just always works. And right now I feel like I don't need to experiment with all these difficult recipes and make it hard on myself. I just need to get the basics down. So I hit my protein every day, I hit my meals. So we start with cutting the chicken. I got 1 kg here. Now, here in Spain, they don't seem to have this pre-cut chicken in the grocery store. I actually like that, so I don't have to cut it myself, but it is what it is. So do some salt and pepper on it, and then we're gonna make it easier for myself by putting this in the air fryer. So I get the double air fryer now, which I didn't have previously, but it's quite amazing. So in one side I put the chicken, in the other side I put 3 of these bags, which are 400 grams each, so that's 1200 grams in total. It barely fits, and I'm gonna do the chicken for 20 minutes, the veggies for 10 minutes. And if you don't have this air fryer, obviously you can just cook it in a pan or just part of it. Then I would recommend doing the veggies, because I feel like they're nicer in a pan than in the air fryer. But the chicken, however, becomes so perfect. And then I'll boil some water. I'll literally just bounce to like the couch, chill out for a bit until I hear the second bleep of the air fryer. That's when I have 10 minutes left. So then I boil the pasta, done. And then I do that in a big pan so I can add the rest to it. And this is the ultimate lazy guy meal. I don't know, because I do everything with this air fryer that's just becoming almost too simple, and people will probably think oh, this is not even cooking. But hey, it's functional, it works, and it tastes really nice as well. If you do it right, you just gotta get those settings. So you gotta try it out a few times. And this is lunch for 5 days, and there are some days where we eat out, etc. So this is gonna do for the whole week. Yeah, all those struggles, even rats, do not weigh up to this feeling that we are living here and that it's really, really incredible and that we love it, even though it's been a very stressful time. I feel like that's kind of like slowing down a bit right now, and I didn't want to accept the fact that it was stressful. Kind of like I didn't acknowledge it to myself. So I just like kept grinding. With the business, a lot is going on, and it just always continues, right? So you don't really have time to like really stand still and focus 100% just on moving and getting settled in, you know, a different country. And I feel like I try to kind of like push that away, so that made it kind of more stressful. And I also had this feeling in the beginning, and my girlfriend had the same, of kind of like this buyer's remorse kind of thing, or more so like just, you know, the next coming days. In the beginning, we were kind of like, was it a smart investment? Was it a good thing to do? Keep in mind, here in Spain, you cannot just buy a house and get like a mortgage. You have to pay a lot in cash. So, you know, at least like 40%. You pay like half of the house in cash, money that is like physically gone. So it feels different. Like I've never felt like this in my life, where you really start, questioning yourself, even though you knew you wanted this house and it all felt good. And it's just so many costs, so many things. It comes with, I guess, just a lot of stress, and then some things not being right, such as what I said, you know, the buyer saying like, hey, I'm gonna deliver the house in this way, and then looking up at the sea and being like, hey. And so those things, they just make you kind of like freak out. And I'm like, wait, if there's a water leak, what else happened? Maybe the whole house is messed up. And we had a powder outage, kind of like maybe the second week we were here, and we were like, did we not pay the electric bill? Like, what's happening? And then ended up just kind of like being the rain or whatever. And then you just don't know what to do. So we were in the house like one day without lights. And yeah, it's just different than living in an apartment where everything is, you know, taken care of. And yeah, being a homeowner in that aspect kind of sucks. But it's also cool that you can you know, design the house exactly the way that you want, and you know, possibly also definitely like improve it and then make a big profit out of it later as well. So now looking at it with a rational mind, it was a great decision, just for like the lifestyle fact alone, of course, for the both of us, but also in terms of investment, because this property is definitely going to be worth more where we purchased it. So we're surely excited about that now. But in the beginning, you start questioning everything, man. So maybe some of you guys relate to this. If you bought a house, or if you want to buy a house, or just make any big investment or change in your life, change is tough. Change is tough. It'll never become easier. But at the end of the day, without change, no growth. So you got to do it, whatever it is that you want. Someone is happy with their flowers.
Yes, very happy with my flowers. I didn't know if I was going to get flowers because we just moved here and we don't know any flower shops yet, but happy Valentine's Day. Let's go out to dinner.
No, I definitely did not make this reservation last night. I did this way in advance.
Months in advance.
Yeah. So yeah, we didn't have much to choose from, but this place actually had pretty decent reviews. We're in Estepona now, the area. So great first impression. Where did you get that from?
The restaurants. Give me another rose.
So guys, dry January and almost dry February is actually complete. And I just thought about it, but I actually didn't like plan on doing that. But this is my first sip of alcohol in these last 2 months. Crazy how times went from student aesthetics, you know, the Captain Morgan, Coke Zero. And now my favorite drink, which I don't drink often, but when I do, is a Moscow Mule. So that's what we got. I love me a Moscow Mule from time to time. It's good. Now apparently I've become allergic to alcohol, I think. This happened the last few times. I think I got like red spots here, maybe on my forehead. Crazy. Any of you guys ever had this? I don't know what it is. If it's the alcohol or something else in it. So I got a beef sirloin from the hot stove. Looks very good, freshly prepared. Alright, what do you got?
Grilled sea bass with rice and a salad.
And potatoes. Alright, so that was nice. Pretty full. Did you like it?
Yeah, it's nice.
It was good. I wouldn't say super special, but definitely solid for tonight.
Yeah.
Right?
Yes.
And you got another rose. Yeah, let me know if you guys want to know why I decided to give up alcohol, because that could be a separate video. Subscribe and I'll catch you in the next one. Peace out.